I want to talk to you about the Shadow to Light program. And I want to talk about one specific thing. What is the shadow that we're talking about? When we talk about releasing the shadow, what is it that gets released? The shadow is fear. The shadow is our fears. Um, we can be afraid of something, but the shadow is really made up of the fear itself. I can be afraid of violence. I can be afraid of poverty. I can be afraid of I can be afraid of the other, of whoever that other may be for me. But the fear really is the fear itself. Each of the shadows, the shadow of violence, the shadow of the other, the shadow of despair, the shadow of lack, each one of them is fueled by fear. We can do the work to rid ourselves of fear. Or what most of us wind up doing is trying to rid those other guys over there of their fears. We try to counsel them or demonstrate against them or work against them in some kind of way. But the bottom line is we're focusing on them, not on ourselves. If we are going to actually get rid of the shadows, if we're going to actually get rid of our fears, what we're going to do is start looking at ourselves first. We're going to start looking at our neighbors and those who wish to join us second. And then we're going to work on the fears for the rest of the world. The antidote to fear is love. The antidote to fear is experiencing love. And when I say experiencing love, I'm not talking about thinking about it, having something up in your mind. I'm not talking about having nice, loving thoughts or reading a really nice book or something like that. I'm talking about the kind of love where you are actively engaged in the world, actively engaged in our universe, actively engaged with all of the beings in our universe. So the love I'm talking about is being in relationship in order to love. That I need to be in relationship with all beings, not just the ones I like, not just the ones that look cute, not just the ones that I've already identified as my friends or my pets or whatever, but all beings. And being in relationship with the divine, with the transcendent, however you recognize that. And being in relationship with yourself. And so many of us are not in relationships with ourselves, don't really know or have a sense of our own identity. When we lessen our fears, we actually raise our love and raise our respect for all beings. When we do that, we start seeing the world a different way. And from that posture, from that position of seeing the world in a different way, seeing the world in a different light, we can then become active agents to create the kind of change that we want to see in the world.